welcome to Cream Radiant TV, and I remain your humble host, Benita Hayes. So as you all know, something special is happening today all over the world. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. It's the International Women's Day. Yeah, I'm so excited. Here in the studio with me, I have some super duper amazing special guests who will be talking about the issues, the current issues women are facing all over the world. So before I introduce them, let's go on a short break. So now we're back on a short break. Now with me in the studio, I have Anulua.
Hello.
Anulua is a lawyer and a human rights activist. With me in the studio, I also have Ruth.
Hi, Benita.
Ruth is the CEO of Evolving Human Global. And finally, I have with me someone really special, Uya.
The special got me. Good afternoon.
Good evening. How
Hey,
you
good evening,
doing?
sir. I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm sure you guys are excited about the International Women's Day.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah,
Future is
that's our
female.
time. But yeah, the future is female. That's
Yeah.
just it.
So like the theme for this Women's Day is like break the bias.
Yeah.
So have you guys experienced any bias before as a woman, or as a female gender, or a story of anybody that have experienced bias?
Okay, so can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Alright, so well, I say when I was in university,
Mm.
I'm currently serving in Oyo State.
Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Alright, so when I was in university, so in politics, people believe that as a female you can't run for president. That there's a particular stereotype that everybody that needs to go for presidential position has to be the man. You know, I before I went into politics in school, so I asked my friends that okay, I wanted to go into politics and I wanted to go for the post of vice president. So my friend asked me, why vice president? Why can't you go for president? Then this guy just said, I wasn't even talking to him. He just said, why? It's for the guy. Leave it. Just
Can you imagine?
like I was like,
oh wow,
stick to
really?
vice president. And believe you me, vice president positions in the university, everybody is familiar with investment.
Yes, like
What you
there's
just do is to
this
just
stereotype.
manage events, plan the week, and that's it. No. There's no opportunity to take certain decisions that would elevate the university. So I had to I went for the post of treasurer actually, and I worked with a couple of guys. And something interesting happened when I was campaigning, you know, now normal politics and stuff. When I was campaigning, and this guy said he was not going to vote for me because when a lady gets into power, there's this way they get to change the face, like there's this atmosphere they bring in. I'm like, okay, what atmosphere? And the guy was telling me that you guys are your emotional decisions. I'm like, emotional decisions? What do you mean by emotional decisions? And I'm like, okay, when you guys start, I don't know, your mood swings, because you guys have some, natural thing that goes on with women and all. And I'm like, there are not even logical reasons to saying that a woman cannot go. And then what if we have women that are skilled enough, women that have gone into the process, like gone into the process of educating themselves, refining their skills, experience, all of those things. We have a couple of women that are doing. And interestingly, when I was getting to final year, because that was when I was in 300 level, I went for that position. So when I was going to final year, my friend came to me and said, Ruth, I'm going to for the post of SCG president. And I was like, yes, let's do this. And it was like a project for us. We had so many ups and downs, guys telling us that they will not vote for her.
I can imagine.
Can you imagine those guys, godfathers and all, telling her that they were not going to vote for her?
Just because she's a woman,
She's a
like
woman.
no other excuse.
And interestingly, do you know what happened? She
What
became the
happened?
first female president.
Oh my
to
god,
produce
like
the
this is a
president.
win, this is a win.
Like
this is
she
a win for
she
us.
broke down
This is a win
barriers.
for
Really, it was
us.
amazing. And that was like the experience,
Wow.
first hand experience I had.
So what about you, Anu? Have you had any?
I think numerous actually.
Okay.
Personally, I've been told that I could not. I've been stopped from changing my mom's tire. I've been corrected or rebuked for trying to switch on the gen at work.
Wow.
So
Wow.
there are a lot of things. It's endless, honestly. So it happens daily.
So what about you,
Well, mine is definitely kind of personal though.
Okay.
I mean, like, let's just start with my dressing to start with. People are always like, you, my dear, the best is for you just go to school, and go to the kitchen. Like more like they feel like that's only marriage, just school and kitchen. Like you really want to go through this media part, my day, you need to start dressing sexy. You need to put on makeup. And I'm like, hello, Ash. Take a step back, like excusez-moi. I'm not going to be like that. Like no, it's just me. I'm like, sometimes I'm very dramatic if I want to. And I'm like, okay, you know one thing. I'll show you the parts, and I'll show you how, even with my job, I can actually flow with everyone. And I'm just like, okay, fine. I know my part. I know where I'm going to, and nobody's going to stop me. I mean, people go like, oh my day, you can't go far because your type are not meant for the media. Or probably, in fact, I know there was time that I was actually going for something. Someone was like, my day, can you please step back? And I was like, okay, why? Friend said, go and change, and I just smiled. But the fact that, okay, I think it was when I wanted to take a passport for my jam or something, you know, we have to capture something. I'm like, okay, so because this one was like, because I'm on hijab, I need to open my hair or probably move my scarf to the back. I'm like, oh, I don't like going into religion this thing, but what this man did really did push me. I actually went to take my capture in somewhere else without them asking me to remove a single thing. So I'm like, my dear, you don't need to stop me. I mean, if I was in another country, they would do it like for me without asking for anything. So I feel people just need to just accept that, okay, fine, you can do this, and just, you know, believe in us more and forget the fact that, okay, fine, we are females, but what if we just do it right? Just what if? Just have it at the back of their mind. Just what if we do things right? And probably
or even do it better.
And yeah, or probably we can all then settle for, okay, yes, this is what we want to do and this is what we don't want to do. So
just don't judge
my
people
dear.
based on their
I really love all of your personal stories, and this thing really exists even in the workplace. Like when we are supposed to be all educated, when you have doctors, professors, it still happens. And there's a recent story of a lady that dropped her kid at the daycare. And coming back from work, she went to pick up her child to discover that the child is dead.
Wow.
Then do you know the reaction of people? You're telling her, why does she have to work? Because why does she have to work? She's a mother. She should have just stayed back at home and take care of her kids.
And these are the same set of people that will still tell you that you need to work to feed, or you need to work to. But if you're exactly, they'll tell you that I can't marry a liability, I can't do this, I can't do that. So what are we really saying?
So what do you want from me?
What are we really saying?
No. So now, are you actually telling us that it's wrong to put a 3-month baby in a crèche? Fine, I might feel like in a way, to be honest, even I feel like it's a little bit of a good step. I mean, 3 months, but like she's still in the sucking period and everything. But regardless, I mean, for someone to set up a crèche school, that means this person might actually be learned, definitely except for this person is being professional. So I think that I can't actually put my child in. Okay, what if that child is yours? How would you have to take care of that child? Just what? I don't like getting into technicalities because they really get me annoyed because some things are not just necessary. Like, forget the fact that the woman plays that child and that woman's care. Just what if that child was that woman's child? How would she have taken care of the baby? That's just so there's no need for it to like
I also feel that woman must have been pressured by her HR. These HR people now, you have to get back to work. I don't care. No matter what you give as excuse or like or your reasons, they won't care.
Secondly, have you actually tried to ask the fact that is she a single mom or she's married?
She's married.
Okay, she's married. She has a man.
She has a man.
And second, do we know their financial status? No, let's forget about the responsible. Do we know their financial status? My point, no, that's where I'm going to. Sometimes before you go about insulting a woman about this,
you have to
remember that as a woman or as a mother, our child comes first. What if the child grows up and she starts lacking certain things? They need to actually block that gap ahead. So there's no need for us to go around saying, okay, why would she leave her child in the first place? But I know some people will be like, why can't she just take the child to our workplace? Let's be honest, how many people will actually accept a woman bring her child to work? I feel like that child will be a distraction.
Even in the workplace, there are stories of people saying that you cannot get promoted, especially in managerial position.
I was about to say that.
Because they believe that you won't have the time. And there was, I was watching this movie. I don't know if you watched it, Baby Mamas. Remember, there was this lady. She's a single mom, and she was supposed to get the promotion at work. And this man was asking her like, "Do you know the peculiarities of this position?" She's like, "Yes, I'm very familiar with it. In fact, I've actually read the job description. As I applied for this role." And next thing, this man asking her like, "We understand that you have a child. Have you truly read the job?" She said, "Yes, I know I have a child. So are you trying to tell me that because I have a child, leave that part of me? Am I
suitable for the role?
That should be the question, not the conversation.
Are you suitable for the role?
Not what are the things you have, the baggage you have. Are you suitable?
And also in the workplace, we have this issue of unequal pay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You need to even break that bias.
When it's a
Yeah.
man, you can like pay him 250k. But when it's a woman taking up the same
They
role,
will say you have your
100K
husband.
or
Or even
something.
taking responsibilities in the place of work when the man feels like he's not accountable to the woman who is
yes,
leading
yes.
because
So
of
many
ego.
biases.
So
That's why we have to break that sexism bias, because
bias,
it's very annoying, because you're a lady and you're in a position of authority, and the man has this stereotype in his
Yeah,
head
a woman
that
cannot
a woman
control
should
him
not order
because
him
he's
because
just a woman.
he feels like maybe it's his wife ordering him around, you know, that
Thank you very
ego
much.
with men and all of those things. We're actually not saying that, because women, that sometimes that women can go the extreme. We have stories
Yeah,
about that.
definitely.
any
Where
gender can go the extreme.
Exactly. But you know, guys will come up with the opinion like, okay, they've had experiences of women that empower, that, you know, turn out to be something else. But don't use that to categorize
Generalize.
Because there are
everyone.
also males that have gone into power.
Yeah.
Exactly,
We
and
have
I'm not
stories of- we have
just
generalization.
at the
We have
Bubu
stories.
regime.
and bringing back the stereotype to gender roles in the family.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Like some rules are specifically made for one gender, and it's not like it's bad for the woman to take up that particular role. But if the lady is not predisposed at that moment to take up that role,
The man
let's
should
say
be
watching
ready
play,
to.
the man will not be like, no,
Can't
this
do
is
it.
a wife duty. I heard of a story of a man who a woman had, okay, his wife left did their child together.
Okay.
The man, like, she went out, so they were both lying down on the bed, and the man was watching a football channel,
Yeah.
and the baby lie down, rolled off, and like
Wow.
broke his head or something. So when she came back, she was like, honey, what's up? Well, I left this child with you. I was like, you did not tell me, you just left the child on the
Oh
bed.
my god.
You just left the child on the bed, and I was watching TV. You did not tell me to take care of the child. Like, now, can you imagine
A
that?
child they are together.
That was
Like,
what considered.
The man, I don't. Maybe he's not the owner of the child because
no, it's
It's possible.
possible.
It happens. This is how this thing happened.
No. I'm sorry of whatever she's saying, because it's very funny. Whenever a divorce comes up, it's these same men who come up for child custody. You say what?
They're
Anybody-
never
any
willing to.
faith-
No, seriously, so definitely
never
it's always
willing
that
to
man is not. I'm very sure
responsibility.
it's one. I mean, there's a
It's
difference
not
between you being
responsible.
married and being responsible.
Yes,
There is a huge difference. I mean, I can be
yes.
married and still be, I mean, like Adasika, very careless and everything.
Yeah.
But then being responsible goes a long way. It goes more than you just providing for the family. You just, my dear, that care. I need it, my dear. It's important. No, I'm being serious. If you are like that towards your child, my dear, another person's child will mean nothing to you.
There's a
Like,
part we're not
nothing-
touching in
nothing-
family when it comes to financial provisions in the house. You know, most times they feel like, okay, because for Christianity, the man is the head of the house. So
Okay.
when the man is not able to provide, the female, the woman, they should know how to work it out. The woman should be willing to assist, support, and cater for the needs at that point in time. It should not be something that is segregated to
Yeah,
a particular
gender,
sex.
yeah,
It should be
gender
just
role.
making the family work, make the marriage work.
Yeah.
It should never be about
It's more like a
who is-
collaboration
exactly
and
collaboration.
partnership.
It should
Yes.
never be about this man
Like,
does this, and if he
you
can't
don't
do
have
this,
to
then
ride over
it's
each
going to
other.
we will watch ourselves and things will spoil.
And
It should
that's
not be
why
that way.
women
Do you
should
think
also come up.
there are still aspects of the society or various sectors of the world where bias still exists? Like probably, let's say, in technology,
Yes.
in other male-dominated
Yes.
sectors. Do you think there are?
Yes. Technology, yeah, but I feel like recently they've been giving opportunities to
Yes.
in management.
Empowering.
Bias, not just stereotype, but bias is still there because normally in paper they say okay, it changed from woman in technology, women rather in let's say management to woman and man. No, it changed from woman and management to woman in management, which means that before they sexualized it so much, it was a problem because I mentioned earlier that the fact that they will not allow women to speak to them, and then they won't allow themselves to be accountable. I mean, men in this case to be accountable to authority, women in authority. But like now, they're actually understanding that there's peculiarity to women leading, and they're allowing them to. But there's still bias because you get places where women will not be given the opportunity to
And
lead.
I have there's something I saw on the internet. It was like when it comes to like creating committee of, let's say, of
to handle things.
to handle things. You
Yeah.
see a woman chairman, but when it comes to like the actual place where decisions are
Are
being
made.
made,
Yeah.
they'll just
So it's
segregate
just for
women.
the show.
So it's just for the show. Okay, we have this Mrs. This in charge of this committee, in charge
Yeah.
of women like cooking committee, in charge of this organizing committee. But where the decisions and policies are actually made.
So it's all ceremonial.
Yeah,
And
Too
bias,
stereotype.
a lot of
Yeah.
that, a lot of that.
And do we have cases of stereotype or let's say bias in maybe in male-dominated sector like the army,
Yes.
in transportation. If you see a woman being a bus driver, would you enter?
My dear, I would. Yeah.
Recently.
Funny enough, I've seen
Something
so many.
happened
I've seen so
recently,
many
yeah,
these days. Is it in terms of keke napep? In fact, what am I saying? Okay, I think the first time I got shocked was when I went to my state, Kwara State, and I saw this woman. She was on bike, like someone was riding a bike, like comfortable, like. Oh shit!
Yeah,
like,
just
like,
you want to give them the accolades, you know.
Like,
I saw one recently, just this Sunday. I saw a lady, a very young-looking lady driving. I think it's a youth church bus. And then,
Wow.
and then
Very
people were like,
impressive,
"How
yeah.
is she?" And me, I was just like,
Very
"Go see, go see."
impressive.
And people were looking at me like this,
Wow.
like how are they comfortable? And the bus was very full. And I'm like, "How are they comfortable?" I'm like, "She's driving. This is driving."
Like
This
this
is
driving, like
And
this
unfortunately,
is
do you
survival
know
skills.
that
But no, it's
when
Saudi
is
Arabia,
a
I
guy
don't
making a lady's hair? Do you know most ladies
they
like
sell more.
They
they
That's
sell
what
more.
it's
exactly.
Ladies are like wow,
So
wow.
When it's thrown
Like, they
around,
be like, is she
like,
going to
like,
do well?
no,
No, because there's this stereotype that where when it comes to male-dominated jobs, like it comes with a lot of stress and
Strength,
skillfulness. So they believe that ladies are not patient enough to learn these things, and they don't know that
Even-
That has
women
been
are not
proven
able to
wrong
give
so
birth.
well.
yes.
It's patience to
Yeah.
produce a child,
So I don't
to
understand.
nurture. So it's a whole lot of things, and
Yeah.
I feel like one thing we also need to understand when it comes to these big biases, we women ourselves, we need to understand, we need to even break from limitations, breaking the bars of limiting our minds to what we can actually do.
Yeah.
Because so many times it's not like we cannot do it, but the mind limitation, the limitation in our mind
and
ourselves.
that's why we seek. That's why this International Women's Day is being celebrated all over the world to empower ladies to have a voice and to break out from their shells.
Yeah, because
And
so many.
Also, have you had anything of women in sports?
Yeah, like
Are they also,
yes.
as that
Even
Bishwala,
this
Julius
recent-
Finau,
Olympics,
that.
exactly.
And again, there's this
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
Tom, whatever.
And then
This
woman
foreign
that
girl
plays,
that's
that was awarded a
Nigeria.
house recently. I can't remember.
Oh,
Played
it's very
in a
popular.
very
Oh,
long
is it Trump? Adunwabi something.
I
I
don't
can't recall.
remember
Like
her
one of
name,
our
but she did
very
a-
famous
yeah.
athletes. Then I'm
And then
like,
the governor
okay,
gave
yeah.
her, was it a governor gave her a
Give her a
house
house,
recently.
yes,
Just
yes,
as
So
an
I
award.
think we should have more of that, promoting women who are like
They are there,
out
it's just
there
that
in
they are
those
not
dominated
they're not
sectors.
encouraged.
And again,
And
I'm with some sorry to add this.
Alright,
Speaking of sport, it's very painful. I'm not saying our Super Eagles are not trying, but do you know the funniest part? Do you know Super Falcons win this cup? Yeah,
But-
after
Yes,
years.
and it's
And
not
nobody
being
talks about
celebrated
it.
as
It's
much as
painful.
the Super
But then
Eagles.
if you see the men, this one, I'm not saying they're not trying, you, but they'll go home and they'll lose, and that's the end. But the women are bringing. Why they women, no sorry, but women are bringing home like every year. Man, like my dear, it's a
need
cake
to.
for us.
They should.
You
It's
don't
not-
like
it's not
whatever,
like,
like
okay,
okay, yeah, you
Papa
try,
Johnny,
and I'm like, why?
There should be enough PR for them,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
No, I mean they should put more.
And-
they should
and
put
even
more,
ourselves
yes.
support them and bring
Yeah.
them
Let's
down.
not
Do you
about
know- do you
females
know-
discouraging each other. See, let's not.
Yeah, my dear,
Yes,
that's the problem
women
again.
women are
each
the
other. We need
problem.
to
Women are the
support
problem.
each other too. We need to
Yeah.
support each other too.
You will see where
That is one-
your
your
mothers,
family.
in-laws are pushing. They're literally the ones destroying their families because of the behavior. That so like if we go into family alone, it's endless. It happens every day.
And
Even
you know-
looking at now, your friend is
Yeah.
doing something great. Instead of you to like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
her, say,
Support-
wow,
support
girl,
her
you
business.
already you just
Oh,
like, oh my god.
Okay, so
Like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
It's
Even amongst
annoying.
us,
Yeah,
we need to
yeah,
work
it's very
on that
and do you
as
know
well.
some people are of the opinion that this topic should not exist now? Because do you know how many awareness they've been making every year?
Still,
Yeah,
yeah.
women supporting
Even till
women.
now, I still put it on myself. One guy told me that you guys rest.
Someone's like,
How many
"You
days
rest
for
I
it?
well."
said today is
months
National
for it.
Women's Day this morning, and my friend is that.
Can you imagine?
They're like,
So like
How many days?
My
How
friend
many
who
guys
is a
still
male.
go?
Well,
I think-
that's
I
their
think-
problem.
I
Or it's
really
match.
think- I
No
really
match
think
is
we
for
should-
us.
I really think we should like go past this like
Mhm.
hatred between us as women. Like we
don't
need to do
understand.
better because this topic should not even be in existence.
We have not even talk about me taking over your house, probably as a second wife, and things are like this. Okay, we talk about
Yeah.
that. No, I'm
Okay.
okay. It's very funny, but
Okay.
Talk
So
about
let me
it
ask
later.
this question: do you have any female, any woman like that you admire, or anybody that inspires you? Anyone that have been able to like break through these bias and stereotype the society tend to place on us? I'll start with you, Ruth.
Okay, so you know I'm in the agri space,
Okay.
and I so much love Ndidi. Ndidi is currently I think she's now the board director for Sahel Capital. She's the CEO of Nourishing Africa. She's doing so much in the agri space. And when I look at her and I'm like, wow, there's so much possibilities. I also look up to Ibukwa Woshika. That woman is my mommy.
She has broken so
like
many,
I really respect her. Like
so many glass ceilings. She's always doing so
those two
much.
men are my and also
it's endless actually.
Okay.
I
want to comment on the Ndidi. You know, she left. I don't know. I think she's Nigerian and another country.
Okay. I'm not really sure.
Okay. I think she left because she schooled in US or UK. I think she left the comfort of her school or something. She came all the way to Africa to work in agriculture, the agricultural space. So I find that really like worthy of emulation.
Exactly. It's very important that women are willing to change space, because you can't stay in a particular place and think growth is definitely going to happen. They're willing to change work environments from agriculture to technology I think it's very important to be growth oriented.
And DDK, what does she do again?
DDK is a transformational coach. She helps you with your mind and helps you draft out templates to help you grow from one stage to another. And she's been doing amazing. And one of the things that I love about her is she's a very, very she's a visionary woman. She's vision conscious, and she sets goals and she sets templates to achieving them. As a woman, most people believe that it's the guys that should have dreams. The guys that should have vision. I'm proud to say it. I'm a visionary woman, because of the fact that I've seen the possibilities that are in my mind. I believe I can sit down, write my vision and make it plain, and I work with it, because that's the possibilities I've seen with this woman I've studied. I'm not just cheering them on, but I'm also working towards it. It's not about cheering. I say, International Women's Day is there again. But what are you
through them?
Exactly. What are you doing personally in your own space?
Your own
to
space,
making sure
so that when you go up the ladder, you can also throw up the ladder for someone else to climb up. So how about you, Anna? Do you have anybody?
Endless. Personally, Aditola Juiton, she's because I'm a member of this NGO, GCI, Chambers International. So she was our president in 2019. I've followed her to an extent that I've understood that there's literally nothing stopping me. So there's nothing stopping me. She's into social entrepreneurship. She's into event planning. She was, funny enough, she did accounting, I think, and then she studied abroad, went to a school in London, and then she was in the banking industry, and then she left it totally to follow her dreams. So she's into events, and she has a group of companies called Glitz Event Center, Glitz Event Groups, and then she does a lot actually. She's always encouraging people to follow whatever they think they want to do, and not just her. There are people. She just mentioned a few. What's this lady's name? She's very young. She's very focused on in the climate change space. She's very focused on Greta Thunberg. I'm sure some of us have heard the name. And then Malala is there. She's very young. I think she's 19 now.
Wow.
She's always talking about. I think when she started, she was probably 13 or 12. She would. I think when she started, she went to the front of the Senate building, and she was like, climate change is happening, you have to face it, things have to happen, you know that you have. So she's so passionate about talking about how
change.
Exactly, the face of the change.
So I'm sorry to call you short. I just want to, is she Nigerian?
No, she's
no.
not.
So if you have a 13-year-old kid that comes up and tell you that, mommy, I want this, I want stage climbing,
they would outrightly tell you to face your
with the kind of mindset I have right now.
They'll tell you to face your education.
Come on. Like the average women out there,
people believe that my dad will tell you, I know you have vision, and it's very normal for your age. You know what, just focus on your education first. Which is actually right, because I will say something, it's not enough for you to have it. You have to have the education.
It is right. It is right. But what we've understood
but
now,
not negating the fact that you can have that your vision and work with your education.
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I don't understand why they allow us to wait till we're done.
Yeah.
Is it like believe in us, and then when we wait now, we are struggling to actually go into it now. It's I don't understand.
Thank
you very much.
The thing is, okay, while I was in school, my dean, very sorry, I don't like the man. I don't care if the man is watching, but I don't like the man. But then my conclusion is complete. Man should give my result. You know that. But this was very painful. This man really tells each and every
It's a
one of us
full-time job,
read,
right? Education
read,
is a full-time
read.
job.
The day this man saw one of the first class in my class, because this girl is actually a fashionista, so I like posting just funny. Man, do you know the man to me say that like you are becoming unserious? How come you posting this? Come on,
So
go and
did you
read.
go to a tiny private school?
My dear, I
What
went to a
business?
normal state school. My dear, my school was the cheapest state school.
Business.
But then, no. I'm
Don't
telling you,
mention your school.
I'm trying to tell you how serious my dean was.
Can you
My dean was
imagine?
too educationally.
I think it's
And she was beginning to
what's it
like
called?
get on someone. I swear to God, I told someone one day that I've seen talent in this class. I'm like, oh my God. Let them just remove the whole part of we reading and moving to the theoretical, the practical aspect. My dear, the first class in my class, nobody first class will be
yeah, exactly.
because some people are not good at reading and writing. Trust me, some people are just good at creating things and doing stuff and everything.
Yeah,
So
that's
is
why
the problem.
I like this new trend that is going on right now, promoting creatives.
Yeah, exactly.
Promoting creatives.
I
Because
get.
Some people
and
okay.
and
because
again, like
okay.
this video is also an awareness to the young girls out there. If you have a dream, if you want to
Please follow
pursue
it.
something, please just follow it. Doesn't mean you should leave your studies.
Even
but-
though it seems impossible right
Yeah,
now,
just
there are
follow
people
it.
that have done much more and they are still doing it. So
And I think you get
Should not
to
be an
impact the
excuse.
world when you're creative. No creativity now, it's something that comes from your mind. It flows
Exactly,
from
it's
within.
you.
You get to
All you.
you get to follow your passion and fulfill purpose as well. Instead of being tied down with the whole system of sitting down. I'm not saying academics is wrong, but you have to like learn to balance it.
You know, in
Yeah,
Nigeria now,
exactly.
most people believe that if you
It's
follow
just-
creativity,
it's just the leverage.
are you sure you're going to get employed?
Yes.
The money aspect, how will I fend for myself? You know, over there, they are enabling environment to
Exactly.
cater for
To
their
Oh,
creative
creatives.
industry.
And
But right
that's
here,
why-
there's no. Okay, imagine you're saying you want to go you want to go. Just full time. I want to become a radio person full time. Are you asking yourself how are you going to take care of yourself? How are you
Your
going to manage
family,
everything?
yeah.
Do you know? But over there, there's the enabling environment.
Exactly.
There are people that need
They
this
are paid
creativity.
well.
And that is why they keep producing new stuff.
Exactly.
Third world countries
stop.
keep consuming.
it's just been we need to change the conservative thinking.
Yes.
People are not willing to grow, they are not willing to I feel I'm not attacking, but I feel our parents need to be more open-minded. They need to be more open-minded. They need to see that this is the future.
Yeah.
We can't continue to dwell on your education, and then you're done with education and then you don't use it at all. That happens every time. We see it happen over and over and again. And then we're saying that I'm not saying that education should be put aside, but we can do these things together, can work concurrently. We have to grow. We can't just say we're getting educated to do this professional, and then about professional jobs, let's not even go there. A lot of the time, the reason professional jobs are not paid as well as they should is because there are so many people in the area.
Yes.
And funny enough, everything that you
Saturated
focus on, your
already.
career is a profession. We should stop saying that, the legal trade, legal practitioner, accounting, what's it called, medical practitioner,
Yeah.
they're all that
You
matters.
can be a tech and still
Even coming
push
from
your career.
coming from the standpoint of education,
Yeah.
we can actually, if the educational system should open their eyes to the fact that you can inculcate creativity,
Especially
creative.
for women.
No, I'm not talking about creative enabling environment in the university. Add it to the curriculum,
Exactly.
such that there's a
Exactly.
period for photographers where even as a medical doctor. Do you understand? And you're passionate about photography.
Yeah.
Something
You
you're
can
passionate
be
about.
able
You
to
can't
like
show that
provide
courses.
them.
Select it from there. You know, I asked in
Exactly.
school
You
and
can
they
be
looked at me and they were
competent.
laughing. I was like, I wanted to take a course in linguistics, and they looked at me and, but abroad they do it. My God, they do it. You know how people do English literature. That's what they do. Like they allow them to, if it's creative or not creative,
Arts and
they are
all.
allowed to take art courses and medical courses at the same time. So I don't think they affect each other.
No, because,
especially when you're not certain of what you want to do yet. So
The
Also-
educational system is even really bad. Let's
Flawed.
even talk about it. Because
Also one more thing. If you're a creative out there and you're watching this video, you came across this video, I want to encourage you to continue on your path.
Please do.
And one day you're going to, I don't want to use the word blow because I know
They
you're bomb,
grow.
but one day you're going to actually make it, and
Yeah, exactly.
your work will be
People
out
will
there.
see.
Your work will be
Please,
out
can
there.
I just chip in something?
Alright, go
Like,
ahead,
I know
yeah.
I'm a kind of media person, and I
Yeah.
love art and creativity a lot. Speaking of creativity, I think you guys are just busting my brain like,
Come on, let's
yeah.
no, seriously, but being a media and like there's this particular person that I see. I mean, almost everyone has seen it too.
little.
Martin
Yeah,
Masai, that girl.
Yeah.
She's the youngest executive
yeah.
producer.
Is she
Do you know
15
her
now?
net worth?
Is she 15?
This is freaking 15.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
little.
she has to get them.
My dear, what are you telling me?
Blackish.
She was in.
Blackish.
She started from Blackish.
Yeah.
My dear, when she was in
Wow.
Blackish, I think she was like 5 or so. When she was in Blackish, this girl was getting that fame.
Exactly.
Then she grew to
They
start
gave her
like.
the space.
Do you know, like sometimes when I see the girl, I'm like, oh my god. No, and again, I don't know. Our story just keeps. It never gets old to me because this girl. Do you know how? As in the day I watched Little, and I was like, how can a girl produce this? Like this girl just freaking 13. How can she produce this movie?
So I think the important thing is to allow for this space.
That is what I was watching a TED Talk.
Her parents were helping out, and now she's the youngest executive producer.
I was watching a TED Talk on YouTube, and the lady was like, male and female, they are sort of like a gender construct, because when we were giving birth to both male and female, you can't allow the biological to determine
looks,
what
how
you
you
behave.
behave,
So this male thing and this female thing, the way we act and behave, it was actually a social construct, because from a girl, they'll tell you don't sit in front of the TV. Your brother
men used to be the ones that loved
but you have to go and help your mom in the kitchen. I'm not saying help your mom in the kitchen is wrong, but it's when they just constructed us. So it's not really that it doesn't promote creativity among, let's say, African teenagers thinking for yourself and all that. It's just like,
exactly.
So
as I wanted to just chip in, they said pink was actually a color for men, but now if a man is wearing pink, they are looking at you like.
So what happened?
And then men used to be the ones that wore heels. So like let's say yes. I think it was a French thing. Yes, when it first started, wearing heels in I think it was maybe 19th century. Men used to be the ones that I think we should confirm that what heels from the very first
times.
So like now a man wearing heels, they'll be like, okay, are you a cross dresser? And that's for an open data. They will even tell you are definitely gay because you're wearing heels. So like so it's a construct. So
so like, do you guys know like any like women who are like in different sectors like technology, music? Like, can you mention names of women who are?
They don't necessarily have to be women. They can be girls or anyone that is.
Exactly.
As long as you're a girl, you have a woman beside of you, so you're a woman. So
they may have
like
child. A long list. Should I start with
this
girl because I'm an aspiring YouTuber, my dear.
Okay.
I was saying so. Okay, I think you're
I'll follow you. Don't worry.
I'll
follow you.
No, say that as a woman support me. Don't let me see your my YouTube.
I'll follow you.
But no, seriously, like women, like this particular girl that I saw recently, and I don't know, she's God, I've gotten this soft part of me, this seriously, like it's very funny. I mean, the other time someone was making mention of you leaving your house, forgetting like taking this. I'm like, you know what? Whatever will be. I mean, it is what it is. So I'm like, exactly. Like this girl is like 22. She moved from Ibadan down to Lagos. They started like she had to like leave 2 jobs, and they were kind of paying well because of what this girl was like. I'm going to follow my dream. I don't care how long it take me. And after like I feel like in a way it's kind of working for her.
What's her name?
Cotio. Like I really like, and I like probably because I'm someone, I mean, from the way I act, everybody can easily know that this girl are like this. I like with that down to my show, when they show me like just let me know like you're like this. You don't need to form for me, just be like this girl is just 100% 101% real. Like she's just so real. And after I think I came across one woman while I was surfing the net, Tara Trent. I was saying the other time. Like this woman, a story kind of caught my attention. She got first into a marriage at age 14. By the time she was like 20 something, she had like 5 kids. I don't know, one African country, because they really say I'm full for it. So I think 22 or something, she had like 5 kids. And I'm like, okay. Then every year you guys just give birth and the likes. But then this woman said she had this dream of she doesn't have any form of education. She doesn't have she has no degree, and she's actually aspiring for PhD.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, how does someone talk about it? But I said almost everybody, including almost everyone, like, I mean, you're an African, number one. I know all these normal village and like you are not even planning on becoming a trader. You're going for PhD. And my dear, all thanks to a white woman who's like, sometimes they just come around for tourism. I know I was like thinking about education, then the woman just caught her this thing. They came back to meet her mom, and her mom said, you know one thing, this your love for education. Just write everything you want down in the paper and bury it in the ground. So that whatever, anytime you're going through pain, remember that your dream is in this ground and it has to come up.
Wow.
So with that, I don't know what happened. This woman had to leave her marriage and just step out. Then she became like I think this word, like she became detached from the side because nobody wants to do it. Like African women, she's not like in her husband house, this and my dear, this woman had to move from a village down to the US. Now moving to the year, she had to take all her kids
Up
and
to-
getting there. You know things are hard, my dear. You know,
Yeah.
we all know it. They will
Single
portray
woman.
that place now. Single woman now. Duma said she had to like look for a way to fend for her kids so that they wouldn't go hungry. My sister, this woman literally go to grocery stores and just ask for leftover vegetables. Wash them exactly and give. My dear, this woman got her degree, got everything, and also became a PhD holder.
Wow.
So listen that Oprah Winfrey, Oprah now, you guys know this woman now.
Yeah.
How to give her
Oprah.
$1.5 million to, like, you know what, you know that school you said you want to build, you are going to your village and we are building that school. And after that she had to go back, don't like she had to dig that place where she
Buried
actually
her
buried and
dreams.
said, you see this dream, so I'm not gonna make her, my dear, you don't whine me.
No,
No, like yeah, like you
Oh
understand?
my
It's like
goodness.
serious. I just feel like if like
You were
do
very
you know do you
determined.
even know her age now? Do you know her age now?
Determination.
Like it took long for her to actually reach it. Like she never considered her age factor. Like forget it. I might even be 70 or 80.
And
But the fact that I will get
so
here.
sorry to call you sure, there's not this thing training about 30 plus women, like women feeling too
It's-
old already when they hit the year 30.
Yeah.
I don't.
Think about
If you ask me,
Can we talk about
I wouldn't really
people
blame
like
them.
Ibukun Awoshika? What are we saying? There are people that have done so much.
Yeah.
So if
that
you're,
ever so
if
much
you're a
and
young
their age
woman,
is
if you're a
not
young
a
woman
factor.
out there, don't let your
Even if
age
you start
or your
late.
marital status stop you from
Yeah.
following your dreams
Just
or pursuing your
determined.
passion. Just be determined and go after it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we have the likes of DJ Switch.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
She was
yeah.
able to speak
Yeah.
out
Mhm.
in the face of like danger and possibly death.
Wow.
There's just a
Oh,
lot of
nice.
them in the in fintech industry. We see what's the name, the bamboo. Okay,
Okay,
that's
the CEO of
for
Money
fintech.
Africa.
Figgy
The
Vest.
CEO of Money Africa,
Money Africa,
so
yeah,
change
she's
it
really
to
doing a
say-
lot. Then we
yeah.
also have the CEO of
Piggy Vest.
Invest.
We have
Who's the CFO? She's the chief financial officer.
okay.
Yeah.
We have Tony Balogun. Tony Balogun is
Yeah, Tony
currently
Balogun.
Green Investment Club.
Then we
She's
have
a popular
writers like Chimamanda.
Yay, my
Eva Green. Evergreen.
And we
Yeah,
need more women.
Bamanda.
We also need more women
Yes.
to also come up
Yeah.
with
Like
that.
come up, yes.
Yeah,
I think
because
they have to
that's
actually
the-
raise more so that
There are actually
And-
a lot of them.
Right,
It's just
yes.
that they are, should I say low key? They're not
Ah,
out there.
That's
That's
not
the
all
thing,
that
they're
low
not
key
out
because
there.
if we are talking about in terms of brand influencers
Yeah,
or what
exactly.
it's all about Tauma and Maraji. I mean, like
Oh,
these ones are people like forgetting the age, they reach just
Yes.
maintain like it's the consistency for me.
and really able to
Like,
distinguish
exactly,
themselves in a
like,
male-dominated
that's
industry,
very
like
so,
kids making.
so
Just imagine
nice.
waking up and saying, like back in the day, now you
Yeah.
want to do kids making, like you want to wake up. I think they started doing
And
that.
they're making more than professional.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
actually.
yes. So it's
So-
something really. So I mean, I feel like this one to me, they're like more like a little bit of a goddess to me. You understand? Like at
Yeah,
this tender age, they've been able to achieve
That
this,
much.
and in a way, they're like
They're
they're like a
letting-
support
they're
system.
encouraging, yeah,
Exactly for the
exactly.
ones coming on. Like you know one
People that are
thing,
coming.
forget your age, forget anything. My dear, it's just painful that over here, like we appreciate education more than learning a skill and everything. I mean, I still say it's so rare for. I mean, let's take Asia for example. You know, Asian kids are the one that produces our Nokia phones.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's painful, my dear. I cannot produce online pencil.
Even an
It's
electrical
painful.
engineering graduates
Yeah.
might not be able to produce a fan, might not.
As in, there is one video that actually went and I was like, gosh, like so a medical student was trying to probably make an experiment on a toad or a toad. My name just a night pin. This girl ran away. If you see this, I'm like, oh, I tell him that whenever I'm sick, I should come and meet you. My sister, if you just get on me suicide injection, man, know why. Because no, it's always that these ones are not ready. I mean, and it's very from because this one right from childhood. You watch different adventures on probably DSTV. You see kids coming up like
Yeah.
No, over there they are
and
tough.
we can't-
it's
we can't
painful.
forget women like Dr. Ola Brown.
Yeah.
In the medical sector, and of course my mother, my personal mother, NOI,
Okay. Which
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Oh,
no,
our mommy,
everybody.
please, why
No,
not?
no,
No, next time you have to bring our gele. So bring the gele here like this. So you can start
everybody's
properly.
mommy.
No,
she's
Yeah.
the
nobody
most
mommy,
influential, she's the
yeah.
most in
influential.
Africa.
She
Yeah, yeah.
She
After
broke-
his following show.
for her to be
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
it means she broke too many
Aye.
barriers.
Yeah, she broke too many
Too many
barriers.
stereotypes.
As stereotypes
First,
they ever
she was
bring.
a leader at World Bank before she went to
Exactly,
World
yeah.
Trade Organization. Now she's now part of the board of directors of Twitter.
My dear.
And she came to Nigeria again to
And it's the way she maintains the African prints for me.
Yes,
You can't never catch her putting up. dear,
She's
to see
only
that
The
confidence.
confidence is unmatched.
It's the confidence unmatched,
with the
my
yogurt
dear.
and
Like,
everything, like, and the
and
way,
her glasses, my dear. You're welcome to.
Ah.
Mommy is
Yeah,
talking.
and
It's
also,
nice.
also we have women who have laid down their
Technology.
lives.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
For-
Stella Dadove.
Yeah, when doing the Ebola outbreak
Oh,
in Lagos,
Ebola.
she
Exactly.
stopped the spread of.
Exactly. And then the
Ebola.
pilot that died, what's her name? The pilot that died recently. It's
I
very
think
sad.
it's very unsilent. So
Women
women
are
are
doing
actually,
so many.
and I feel when you empower a woman, you will actually empower a nation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Then just like saying that you training a girl child, like training a nation. It's very obvious.
Giving what's it called? Giving assets to a woman is like you are equipping the children, you are equipping the environment because they are driven to help younger generations. So it's just
I
natural.
mean, we can see this play from even the nuclear family or the domestic
Yeah.
family. That if a woman is better, if she's well positioned as a mother,
Yeah,
to train her
financially empowered
to train her
as well.
children, to empower her children, you see that those children would do like
Mhm.
twice
Exactly.
Yeah.
as. So just imagine putting that same
So
woman
it's all
in
in
those,
her hands.
in those positions in business,
Yeah.
power, leadership, and all that. She's going to do very much
Yeah,
better.
definitely.
So, like the stereotypes and challenge we talk about, how can we stop them? Like we can't just keep quiet and keep silent.
Firstly, I think it's important that the women champion themselves.
Okay.
It's in our hands. Fun enough, I believe it starts with us first.
Yeah.
We have to encourage ourselves. We shouldn't be the ones pulling ourselves down. This is something, and men are always, wherever you see a gathering of people, they're always like, the women have the issues, the women are the problems. Because before a man attacks you, 5 women, maybe they're not facing you and saying it directly, they're already killing you at your back.
Yeah.
So the women have to solve their problems first by championing each other, both in front of the person, encouraging themselves, and also at their back, telling people about them, encouraging them, assisting when they need the assisting. So it should never be about I've gotten there, I mean, she's there and I'm not there. It should never be about rivalry. It should be about encouraging ourselves, collaboration, partnering with each other to build ourselves up, put ourselves out there. And also, it's important that women in the house should raise, because I've also said women, I feel like women are the solutions. Of course, they're not the only ones. They should give the proper orientation to their children. For instance, let me just say, for example,
Because,
in my house, when my brother cooks, we know that he's cooking the best, and that's because of the attitude. That's because of the way my brother will not. If the plates are in the zinc and nobody's around, he doesn't even have to spend nobody's around. He's in the zinc. He washes the plates. He does not wait for the female or for any of his sisters to wash the plates.
Yes.
So and I've washed. My sister is usually the one that washes my mom's car most times. It should never be about the gender.
Yes.
It should never be about the gender.
Yes.
And anything that you think you can do, they should give you the opportunity to learn, opportunity to because I can't remember when my mom taught me. Was it my mom? I can't remember, but I know how to change the tire. It's not something out of this world. They should not be that. If I don't have, so like if my mom does not have male children, nobody will change the tire when you don't have a professional. Like we won't move forward again because male are not there. Is that what you're telling me? We should not wait because my brother is not around. We should not. I'm just stating like personally my family.
Yes.
My brother is not around, so we should not switch on the gen. Is that what you're telling me? Like
No, it doesn't make sense.
I should not wait for people to clean up my mess for me. I should not wait for someone to come and save me. It's my life. So women first.
From what you just said,
Yeah.
I can just itemize the fact that we women to support ourselves,
Exactly.
and that this women empowerment, so
Orientation.
yes, starts from the
Orientation.
home.
Starts
As a
from
woman,
home.
you have access, you have the
Exactly.
mind, you have the power to control the
power.
mind and the mindsets of both your male
Your children and
your
everybody.
so you can actually like start from there. Also, Ruth, do you have anything?
Yeah, so,
how we can challenge these stereotypes and biases?
Okay, so like I said before, I was trying to say before, firstly, like she said, it has to do with ourselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
First of all, you as a lady, you need to break that limiting belief in your
Thank
head
you
that
very
says I
much.
can't.
Can't.
You know,
Yes,
and you know,
yes.
and these things like she said, it starts from the home. Imagine you growing up rather in a family that you feel so much, you feel a lot of imposter syndrome. You feel like your parents are saying the guys should be the ones to champion
You go and do
so much,
medicine and then you
imagine,
do
and
not
you as a
say-
lady, you're always sitting at home. You don't have so
Oh
much
my
influence. You imagine you as a lady, you don't have so much to say. Your dad's always shutting you off because you're saying so much, or you're
You're
trying
not
to
allowed
do
to
so
think
much
for yourself.
You get so. as me, why anybody tell me, oh Ruth, you have so much confidence, be like, oh, that means your dad is very confident. I'm like, it doesn't have to be my dad. Do you understand? But he taught me well. It made me believe in myself.
Exactly.
So where did that start from? My dad, my mom, they came together and said that, oh, we don't want to raise children that are cowards, because they will go back to the society and they will not be able to make such a much decision. Imagine my lecturer said something to me and he said, wow, you know why I love you? I love you because you are I believe that you're going to be in the next years to come, you're going to be in the forefront of power, and my children and those ones apart from those ones, he's saying that you know why he's happy, because his own grandchildren will be left in the hands of people that are very, very smart. So imagine if so many families are thinking in that direction, that let me train my children such that their grandchildren will be left in very responsible kids, very responsible leaders. And imagine, I was saying, so someone was telling me something and said that the likes of the kind of leaders that we have, they are bad leaders. I'm like, who trained these leaders? Necessarily the mothers, the fathers. Do you understand? It starts from the home. It goes down from the home. So when there's proper orientation right from the home, we'll produce good leaders. That's one. Number two, another thing we need to do is we don't need to wait for the answers to come to us. We should champion the answers. Start initiatives. Like for instance, my organization, we are currently going on a project where we are training, because when you mentioned the part of training younger girls, and I just remember we have a project coming up and we are training young girls in secondary schools. So imagine these young girls in secondary schools. I'm currently a copper in a secondary school and I listen to the way these girls talk and I'm like, God, if I was like this while I was growing up, I don't think I would be smart enough to even be hearing my thoughts and opinions. Do you understand? And these girls are not bold. The guys shut them up. Imagine in class someone saying, a lady was trying to go and say, "Kilo first saw." That kind of thing, and I was angered in my heart. And I'm like, can you imagine? So we need to encourage more ladies. Take up initiatives. As a woman, if you know you are very skilled at, for instance, doing YouTube, media. Encourage more girls to be on it. You should be allowed to explore, to know who you are. So it starts from us, really. It starts from us. Be ready to take up. Don't wait for the government to do everything for you. If you have so much, if you have, like, for instance, you don't have money. You have the platform. If you don't have money, and I'm saying I don't have money. I'm waiting for a guy to send me money. I'm like, really?
That's like so
limiting. That's what I was saying. Limiting my
waiting for a rich man to
come and marry me. Imagine someone telling me that I'm broke, and someone is saying you are. I just saw you that one day and said you are fine. Why say you are broke? Can't you just look for one man? Instead of saying financial problems. Instead of saying how can I make my finances better? How can I get a job?
How can I even make my world better? Like my family, my society.
So you see that a lot of all of those things, the things that we need to break start from our mind.
From what you said, I can recognize the fact that you said that these challenges, these barriers can be stopped right from the home. Like, so this is a call out there to mothers. You have a role to play, because you're actually in charge of those kids in their tender age, and you have the power to control their mindset. And what she said again that we should not limit ourselves as women, as a girl child or as a female gender. We should be able to explore, like whatever you feel you can do, try and express yourself. Don't allow anybody shut you down. I'm not saying you should be rude though, but don't let anybody shut you down. Just go after your passion. Just try, go. And I'm sure as you're trying, you always see someone who will support you.
So I want that thing. It's not enough to say you're passionate. Refine your skills. It's not enough to say I'm passionate about photography. Follow it. But when you ask, people are not saying work jobs. You know why most people say ladies, some women are not doing fine? It's because we have a lot of we're not, apart from being productive, we're not producing excellent things. Imagine like guys are very skillful. They'll make sure that they learn these things, and you as a lady, say, I'm a lady, give me the job, and you bring out and you turn out work jobs. But as a lady, I used to say something. Refine your skills, learn. Make sure you go for online courses, take courses, be very, very skillful.
Keep improving.
Do you understand? And your work will speak for you.
So, Maria, do you have something to say about how we can break the bias and stereotypes, like in our own way, how we can stop it? Because it's not enough to complain about these bias and stereotypes. We have to find a way to. So, do you have something?
Okay. On behalf of my two bosses, finish everything that we have to say. But then, let me just chip a few things in. definitely and most definitely and over definitely safe.
What?
If you don't believe in yourself, no one will.
Thank
My dear,
you.
that's like no, that's like number
Thank
one. I mean,
you.
I see. I like when people ask me what's the favorite quote, and people like, you have to be your best friend because there will be days when no one will be there for you,
Yeah.
except for yourself. So definitely, if you believe in yourself, every other thing will fall in place. Trust me.
Mm.
Forget
Confidence
forget what the
does a lot.
naysayers are saying. I'm like, oh yeah, this, that.
There was
You're
always
too
a lot
young,
of
you're
no's
too
when
young,
people
you're a
get
woman.
together.
My dear,
sit
yeah, I'm like,
down,
okay,
stuff like that.
okay, my dear,
Once
if
you
you
believe in yourself,
trust me, I mean,
you go
and
past
and,
the
and,
boundaries.
and, and and there's a need for you to stand on what you believe in. See, there's another problem with we women. Whenever
Easily-
whenever the naysayers are so high, we just
down.
like, I mean, like it's like this is not my part.
I'm too old.
You understand?
I
But
can't
then,
do
but then if you're
this,
like,
I'm
my
too
dear,
young.
Gullible.
even if this will be the last thing I will do on earth,
You follow
and you
it,
stand
follow
on it, my dear, you will not die. Just forget the even last thing you do on it. But trust me, you might even go far.
You should see that there's no other option.
Yeah,
You have to
definitely.
know that this is
I mean,
it and this is it.
like sometimes I feel like I'm so into media that I feel like I can't do any other thing other than media. Like funny enough, I learned a skill that's fashion design, but I don't know nothing ever. Like even let me be sleeping. There's one thing that keeps my mind up, and it's media. And I feel like, oh Maria, God, why like this? Learn something else now. I'm trying to learn HTML, but trust me, I'm still going back to media. And I'm like, okay. But then I know that if I truly want to learn this HTML to be in favor of my media,
Exactly.
so that's what I'm trying to. Even if you are going for something, make sure it is in your line. Don't be like this, don't be wavy, my
Confused.
dear.
Very
Don't be like a
focused.
current. Just be focused. Know what you are going for and just believe in yourself,
yourself.
my dear. And yeah, don't forget put God first. That was after
very
putting God
important,
first,
put God
every
first.
other thing you do
Will
will
fall in
definitely fall in
place.
place. Because the moment you're like, God, you know I want this, Baba, you know now follow my friend now. I want this. Trust me, God will be like, the fact that you believe in me and you stand on that belief. I mean, they said just your faith moves mountains. So,
Yeah.
my dear, forget whatever any naysayer is saying. I mean,
Forget them.
forget them.
Get them.
God over everything, and that's
Oh.
the period.
Please, you guys have been amazing. Thank you very much, Anu. Thank you very much, Ruth.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mummy.
Thank you.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. Like, as in, I'm so fired up in my spirit. Like, I'm so fired up. I want to go and do something.
Yeah,
I
please.
want to go and do something.
Please
So
do.
you need to come
Must
across this video if you're a woman, you're a young girl, you're an adult, whatever you are.
Interested
This is
in-
just a call to encourage you to dream more, follow your passion, be focused, stay consistent, be determined. What else did you say? Like you heard us
My dear,
saying.
just be there.
Just be
Just
there.
put your head in the game and don't get
And
distracted.
one thing I always tell myself, if there was no Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, none of us would be talking about World Trade Organization or World Bank. Like nobody will even care to dream about that. So you have to like, even if you're in a sector where it seems like you have an idea that it seems like okay, I'm the only one that have this, you have to like come out, because when you come out, you also bring other people along.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, if you have an idea, you're not the only one that have an idea.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
other
much.
person.
God
Other
spreads
person
ideas
there.
around
So
though.
if you can actually
Goes
move
around.
that idea to the next level, the next stage, you're going to like encourage generation of women, generation of leaders. Let's imagine Okonjo-Iweala, how old she is, and women like young girls.
I'm sure that woman is still
young girls
getting
on
like
the
greater
look up
milestones.
to her. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing. So even if you don't want to do it for yourself,
Yeah.
just think of your children or
Think of the
the
people you're going to
generation, just
influence.
and whatever you do, just think of impact. Don't
Yeah,
chase money
exactly.
first, chase impact.
Money
Try and
will flow,
impact.
money will come.
Yes, try and make Africa, your country, Africa, your family,
Service to
and
humanity.
the world. Exactly, service to humanity.
Service to God.
So thank you very much for watching this show with us. I remain your humble host, Benita Hills, and this will be the end of our show. Until next time.